Hello there, Silva here. If you're watching this video, it means you have volunteered to join me in my FreeSpace New Path project. So first of all, thank you very much for participating in this project. I really appreciate it. In this video, I will show you how to set up your GitHub Desktop App to access the source code repository for the project and how to configure it in a way that it can work in conjunction with the Nossos mod manager and installer for FreeSpace Open. Before we start, you should have three things prepared. First of all, you should have installed Nossos and FreeSpace Open. Second, you should have created a free GitHub account at github.com. And third, you should have installed the GitHub Desktop App. When you start the app after the installation, it should look something like this. Next step is then to access my repository and get a local copy on your machine. Since you're watching this video, it means we have talked, and I not only gave you the link to this video, but I also unlocked you in my repository for access. So you can now click the Clone Repository button and go to the URL tab on the next screen. There you can enter the link to my repository, which is github.com/silverangelx/freespacenewpath. Next, you'll have to choose the target directory for your local repository on your machine. You can put it directly into the Nossos folder, but I would advise against it. Just select any other path on your hard disk and place the repository there. We'll get to a way how to get all the data for our project into the Nossos installer in a minute. So now you have access to the repository, you have downloaded it to your local machine. So now you have a local Git repository on your machine. All changes that you make on those files within the repository are first committed to the local repo, and then after you committed all the changes you want, you can push those changes to the remote repository on github.com. Conversely, if there are changes to the remote repository, you will get notified on this button over here, and you can then download them and integrate them into your local repository. Since there are no remote changes yet, I cannot show it so far. The repository won't be too big since all the large stuff is part of the MediaWP mod, and within our repository we only have very few models and textures, so it won't get too big. Okay, next step is then to get all the data for our project into the Nossos app. You'll find a release folder within my repository. Within that folder, all the data for the FreeSpace missions and everything related to it are present. In addition, there's also a mod.json file, which includes the mod description as used by the Nossos installer. You could now create a new path folder within the Nossos installation and copy all the contents of the release folder into that, but you'd have to repeat that every time there are changes to the repository, and that's a quite tedious task. So I have another solution for that, which spares all that copying once there are changes. So we create a link within the Nossos installation to the actual folder within our repository. For that, you'll need the Windows command line with admin rights. Once you have the command line open, enter the command you can see now on my screen. The mklink command will create links. The /d parameter indicates that it shall be a directory as target. The second parameter specifies the target directory, which should be within the Nossos mod folder, and the target should be named new path-0.0.1. You should use this notation because that is how it's configured within the mod.json file, and so we can ensure that it is recognized by the Nossos app and it can use our mod through this link within our repository. The third parameter of the mklink command specifies where the link shall point to. So here you have to enter the path to the release folder within our repository. In my case, that's FreeSpace2 FreeSpace New Path Release. Please keep in mind that you have to put the path into quotation marks if any of those paths contain blanks. Again, in my case I had to do that because the FreeSpace2 folder contains a blank between FreeSpace and 2. So right now, if you open Nossos, there should be a panel for the new path app within the list of your downloaded mods. And from there you can now start using the FreeSpace editor, but I will go into more detail about that in a separate video. Thank you for watching. Thank you again for your willingness to participate in this project. Please stay tuned for more videos coming out soon, and of course you can always get in contact with me on the Discord server if you have any questions. So until the next time, take care and goodbye.